Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Summary of The Girl in Room 105. The book begins with Keshav and Chetan Bhagat. They both meet each other in flight. They are both going to Delhi. After talking between them, they get to know about each other. Keshav wants to tell his story to Chetan, but due to listening to a lot of love story, Chetan refuses him. After some time, he himself asks to hear it. Let's try to understand this story in stages. Phase 1. Keshav starts telling the story 7 years ago when both of them, Zara and Keshav, were together. Keshav comes from a Hindu family and Zara is a Muslim. Keshav's father is a leader of an RSS and Zara's father is a businessman. Keshav's family refuses to accept Zara because of other religion. And Zara's father is ready to adopt Keshav, but his condition is that you have to convert. Keshav does not like this thing much. And he refuses this thing. From here, the distance between them starts coming. And eventually they separate from each other. Phase 2. Keshav is alone. He lives with his friend Saurabh. They both teach together in a IIT coaching institute. On the other hand, Zara enters in a new relationship with a guy whose name is Raghu. He used to study with Keshav during his college days. Keshav wants to forget Zara but is unable to forget. One night, in a drunken state, Keshav calls Zara from his phone, but there are some things happen between them that break him further. Phase 3. Keshav has a message from Zara. Seeing this, Keshav goes into astonishment as to how she messaged me. Zara's birthday is on that day. There is talk between them. And Zara calls Keshav to meet him in her hostel room. The room where Keshav used to come when both of them were together. The room 105. Keshav and Saurabh reach Zara's room. When Keshav goes inside the window, he sees that Zara is sleeping. He tried to wake her up but she didn't get up. Keshav gets a little shocked to see. He calls Saurabh. Saurabh also thinks why she is sleeping. Then Keshav tells him that she is dead. Saurabh tells Keshav that they can run away before anyone sees them. But Keshav did not want to run away. He called the police and informed them about it. Phase 4. Keshav tells all this to Zara's fiancé Raghu. He is also in the hospital. Raghu had an accident on the previous day. At the time when Zara was killed, the hostel watchman was missing from his job. Seeing this, the police arrest the watchman. But when Keshav finds out about this, it is known that watchman did not kill. The police also knew this, but they needed only criminal for this case, which was found now. But Keshav was looking for the real murderer and he gets engaged in this work. After much questioning, Keshav suspects Zara's father. But he too would not have done anything like this. Phase 5. While investigating Zara's room, Keshav gets a picture of Zara and her brother in which her brother is holding machine guns and they both were smiling. Seeing this, Keshav's suspicion goes to Zara's brother, but Zara's brother lives with his mother in Kashmir. They go to Kashmir to know this. There they know that Zara's brother has a relationship with terrorists. Keshav and Saurabh meet Zara's brother. They interrogate him and say that he will give his photo to the police if he does not tell the right thing. There is a lot of talk between them and Zara's brother tells them to meet again on the second day. On the second day, Keshav gets a call from the hotel to come to the hotel. When they arrive with the local police, they saw that Zara's brother has shot himself. He dies by making a video that he did not kill his sister and if he is alive, he will probably be caught because of his work. Phase 6. Their last hope was now also dead. While investigating Zara's house, they also found an earring, and which was quite expensive. Those earrings were from Kashmir, a traditional Kashmiri earrings. On inquiring, they found a shop from where those earrings were bought. When they inquired, a name came up, Faiz. Faiz was the family friend of Zara's family. Keshav then asked Zara's father to introduce them to Faiz. Keshav and Saurabh go to meet Faiz. They meet him. But they didn't find anything special. One day, Faiz's call comes to Keshav. Faiz tells them that he once gave Zara a very expensive earrings. Hearing this, his suspicion turns into a belief that he has murdered. They tell this thing to Zara's father and ask them to organize a condolence meeting and invite everyone. Phase 7. Faiz gets ready to come to the condolence meeting. Keshav also invited Raghu to this meeting. And it is decided to keep this morning after a few days. Keshav and Saurabh are now finally ready to sleep peacefully. Saurabh asks Keshav to sleep, but Keshav cannot sleep. Keshav tells Saurabh that if he goes on a trip, then Saurabh refuses him, saying that our job will go now if we go somewhere. Then Keshav prepares to go alone and sets out. Now the story comes back to the beginning when Keshav is telling all these things to Chetan. Then Chetan asks Keshav that, "You are going?" Keshav says that I am going back in morning now. Chetan tells him, "So today you will expose the murderer?" Keshav says yes. Chetan asks him to narrate the whole story when all is over. The two exchange each other's numbers and leave after the flight lands. Phase 8. Now everyone is together at Zara's house. Everyone is waiting for the arrival of Faiz. Faiz arrives when Raghu is saying in Zara's morning. After having all the things, Zara's father calls everyone to eat and all the people bring him to the dinner table. Faiz is accused of killing Zara. Zara's father said. And he gets shocked when he hears this thing. Zara's father said, "You tell me, Keshav." Twist. "I know who is the killer," Keshav said. And everyone's eyes were fixed on Faiz. "Why are you all looking at me like this?" Faiz said. "Faiz, stand in your place. I need your help. If the murderer tries to run away, then I need your strength." "What are you saying, Keshav?" Saurabh said. Zara's father was going to say about Faiz that. Keshav stopped him in the middle and said, "Enough is enough. The killer himself came to the fore. All I would like to say is 6766, 8th February 2018. What are you saying, brother?" Saurabh said. "I have CCTV's footage of the airport." Raghu stood up and said, "I came from guest rooms." Faiz, Keshav said. Keshav's signal was understood by Faiz and caught Raghu. "Tell everyone," Keshav said. Then Raghu accepted that he lowered and underestimated Keshav. Keshav told that he got his own accident and got admitted in the hospital. He came to Delhi by catching the last flight from Hyderabad and killed Zara and took the first flight and went back to Hyderabad. Raghu told that Zara was going to be the mother of Faiz's child and she was also a 50% partner in his company. If he had left her, he would have had to raise someone else's child and half of his company would have gone away if he had ended the relationship. So he had to kill Zara. If you like the story, do give a read to complete book for each and every detail of the story.